Hello, and welcome to the ramblings of some weirdo on the internet. Some of you may know that I, along with talking about books and stuff, sometimes talk about movies. And I have been wanting to talk about this thing that's a phenomenon that I've been noticing in animated movies recently for a little while, and so I decided I'm filming today, I'm just going to talk about it. I didn't take any notes, I don't have anything written down, we're just going to talk about it and shoot the shit and see where we get to. This is not a thought-out video essay. This is, as I said, the ramblings of a weirdo on the internet. Let's go. This video will include spoilers for Ralph Breaks the Internet, Toy Story 4, and the latest How to Train Your Dragons movie. I forget what the title is, but it'll be on the screen. So we're going to spoil all three of those movies because I have noticed a theme in recent sequel animated movies, whether from Disney or from DreamWorks, and it's kind of weirding me out, and I just wanted to talk about it with you guys and see if, like, am I crazy or is this a thing? And why is this a thing? So let's just throw some ideas around, shall we? Hey guys, this is the world's fastest reminder that you can support me on Patreon and see all kinds of exclusive videos like these ones. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Noisy cars are going by outside my window. That's fine. We're fine. We're all fine here. All of these movies are sequels, and some of them, like Toy Story 4, are sort of quite far distant sequels from their original. Some of them are a lot closer. Ralph Breaks the Internet. They all kind of came out recently, and they all have this theme that I've noticed, and that theme seems to be stop being so codependent. Get away from your friends. Let them have a life of their own. Jeez. Now, many of these movie series started out with a character who has few friends getting at least one very loyal friend. Now, Woody is a bit of an exception, but like in the first Toy Story movie, who has he got? He's got, you know, the other toys, but they kind of follow him as a leader, and he doesn't really have an equal friend necessarily. And through a great number of things, he manages to befriend Buzz Lightyear. Eventually, they get there. It takes them a minute. But the story is a buddy story, these two coming together, and the next two Toy Story movies kept Buzz and Woody as friends, and Woody may have gained more friends along the way, but it was never implied that he should ever separate himself from Buzz or Andy, or any of that was bad, that his love for Andy was bad, that his friendship with Buzz was bad, none of that was there. And then in the final movie, in this fourth movie, it's not the final movie, there's almost certainly going to be more, but in this fourth movie, we get Woody, stop being so codependent, stop relying on kids, or, you know, don't rely on your friend Buzz either, because he's barely in it and kind of an afterthought. Like, hug it out at the end, like, bye, friend who I've been close with all of these movies. Bye, I'm leaving for heterosexual romance with this doll. I never needed a kid anyway. And I'm like, oh, okay. But, alright, before that, we're just gonna go back. We've got Ralph and Vanellope. And Ralph in the first movie doesn't have any friends. He's lonely. He wants to be a hero. And he encounters Vanellope, who also has no friends. And she's lonely. And together, they become this great best friend duo. And what does the second movie say? Ralph, you're too codependent on your best friend. You need to leave her the fuck alone. Maybe, like, call her once a week, but that's it. Having a really close friend is not for you, Ralph. And, like, I see kind of what it's trying to say. Like, you can't rely on just one person for your happiness. That's not healthy. But it also doesn't tell kids what to do instead. It just says stop doing that. And then finally, How to Train Your Dragon. There's Hiccup. He's small. He doesn't have any friends. He encounters a dragon who's also alone. They become really close, like beautifully close, like their relationship is so sweet and adorable. And then of course in this latest movie, never mind your friendship is wrong, you should let Toothless go back to being a wild dragon and just go live your own life with your heterosexual romance. Again, I don't love it. Like, what is this message? And I have a theory, so we're going to talk about it. I know I'm being very extreme about these themes, but that's 3 animated movies that have the same theme of leave behind that life and that friendship that you love so much and start something else, preferably a romance. Wreck-It Ralph is the only one that leaves that out. And here's my theory as to what it is. These movies are ostensibly for kids, but really, they're for us millennials. I think it is these animators and these studios trying to say, not very subtly, millennials, move out of your damn parents' houses. Stop relying on your friends so much. Just get married to a person of the opposite gender like everybody else and be normal. Stop being so codependent, millennials. Many of us still live with roommates. Many of us, I say us, I am married and don't live with anyone except my husband, but like for a long time my husband and I lived with roommates. And we really value friendships, and many of us still have to live at home even though we are well into our adulthood. And the media may be changing to say stop doing that. Now, again, this is just a theory, as I clearly stated, the ramblings of a weirdo on the internet, because like these movies, not only do they seem to say like stop hanging out with your really close friend, let them go, barely communicate with them, like maybe you can see them again in a few years, but like go be an adult, get a romantic relationship, go be an adult. Or in the case of Ralph, I guess just don't have that friend anymore, except for like you can call her every now and then, but you were holding your friend back, how dare you. Rather than Ralph learning how to still have Vanellope as like a really close friend but respect her wishes, he learns that he just needs to let her go. He loved her, he let her go, and now they call each other every now and then. What is that? What is that teaching kids? Thanks, I hate it. I know messages of growing up have been a really common theme in a lot of media for children, so don't get me wrong. It's just the type of growing up that's really struck me in these three movies in particular. Not only are kids supposed to put aside childish things, but they probably should find someone to be romantic with, and your friends are included in the childish things, like the friends that you were super close with, the friends that you absolutely love with all of your heart and soul. Those are the ones you are somehow holding them back, and those are the ones who you need to let go. Not the people who you were necessarily in an unhealthy friendship with. Like Ralph's is probably the most unhealthy. The other two, are they unhealthy? Not really. Like you could say that Woody's loyalty to kids and whichever kid he is with is unhealthy. But I don't really feel like it is. Woody is a fairly mature toy, and so he sees that he's not Bonnie's favorite anymore. But he doesn't like get mad. He gets a little sad, but he instead tries to help this other toy that Bonnie loves better. And he like goes out of his way so much to help Forky like self-realize and also be there for Bonnie. And it's just like, I don't think that's unhealthy. I think that Woody is being responsible and loving. And then there's nothing wrong with Hiccup and Toothless's relationship at all. Like they are a beautiful partnership. And the partnership between all of the Vikings and their dragons is beautiful. And some outside force comes to break them up. And then we, I guess, learn that all along they weren't supposed to be together and let the dragons go be wild. Like, did PETA write this? Like, don't have domestic dragons. They belong in the wilds, even though they seem to function really well domestically. So, and there are dragons that are born domestic in this story. There are baby dragons that are born who you're now just expecting them to go be wild dragons again. Like, excuse me? I'm just rambling, guys. I'm all over the place. Like I said, I think I'm done. I think I've got all of the thoughts out of my head. It's just like, what is this lesson? What is it really doing for kids? Like, if this message is for kids, what is it doing? Because it's not really teaching them anything about how to have a healthy friendship with this person. It's just like, don't be codependent. Please abandon this person and don't see them again for a really long time. Even if you had a healthy friendship, you are holding them back. They are holding you back. Stop it. Go your separate ways. Probably get married. I'm probably going to get lots of messages down below that are like, that's always been a theme in children's media. There's always been the leave your friends and family and get married. But I feel like it's really, really hitting super hard in these three movies in particular. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are there other movies that you kind of sat back and were like, what is this message? Comment below and let me know. Try to keep it civil. I don't know. If you like sometimes very rambly but often more thoughtful videos like this, than this, I don't know. There's a lot of content on my channel. I've been doing this for a while, so there's so much for you to binge. Most of it is in nice little playlists for you to check out. I post new videos Mondays and Fridays. YouTube doesn't want you to see them because I'm a small channel, so like just kind of keep it in your head. Mondays and Fridays are when Julian's videos come out. And keep an eye on my social media, linked in the doobly-doo, to also help you keep an eye on when new videos are out. I'm not salty, what are you talking about? If you liked what you saw here but you wish it was higher quality, you can support me on Patreon, where all of your donations go towards getting better equipment. Plus, you get all kinds of content that's not seen here on the regular channel, so go check that out. And I will see you again next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye! It's that time again. It's time to shout out this month's lovely patrons: Lennox, Amanda, Jenny, Joseph, Kim, Lisa, Sabby Panda, Sam, Sarah, Savvy, and Scribbling Cat. I'm still so astounded and honored that I have so many awesome patrons helping me out. You guys rock.